passion for me. It really was my lifeline to understanding who I was and trying to understand others. I start working with nonprofits that are activist groups, and my work takes on a different approach of more of a community activism release. Community activism release is a voice to where you can use your medium, whether it be the canvas or sculpture you choose, to really have a venue to bring out issues that the community finds relevant and needs to talk about, but sometimes finds it hard to express or to open that dialogue. So I did several paintings about the marches and injustice to small groups, a lot of them having to do with my culture and my race, the Latino culture here in the States. And again, that bridging that identity gap between where I come from, who I am now, and where I'm going. So my work did take on a very activist approach to where I'm glad that it did. It was a nice direction to mature to, and I'm grateful for Houston giving me that opportunity to be able to venture into that more and share it with the community. I think the influence can come in many shapes and form. Nature, of course, other artists. It's hard not to be influenced by your surroundings. A great influence in my art has always been Frida Kahlo. Diego Rivera, also a great muralist, his colors. Gustav Klimt, Vincent van Gogh. I've all been pioneers that since I was studying art had a great voice to me that I could not deny, and you will always see traces of their influence in my work. I think they have been great masters, and I think it's necessary for an artist to seek other inspiration in other artists to grow, because if you limit yourself, then you will end up denying yourself the opportunity to grow. Being a female artist, or just an artist in general in today's time, it's a very difficult task, and it's something that is not lightheartedly said. It requires, like in anything in life, a lot of passion. There will be a lot of struggle. There will be a lot of times of uncertainty. But just like anything, if you don't do it with your full heart, then it's not really worth your time to doing it, because you're not going to do it to your full potential. I think what's helped me is surrounding my community. We have bonded together, if not so more, and showing ourselves and showing each other mutual respect and going full force with our work. I haven't seen a slowdown in more opportunities to expose or to meet other people. On the contrary, I feel that in hardships like these, the normal person tends to find refuge in art because it comforts the soul. It's food for the soul, as opposed to going out and buying a new pair of shoes, which you probably can't afford. So I feel that even though these are hardship times, it's good material to grow on and to create a tougher skin, and it has done that for me. I do feel that I'm coming out a stronger person at the end, and I know it's not over. There's still more hard times to come ahead, but I'm armed with my paintbrushes and art materials, so I'm ready. My work does deal with a lot with raw, sensitive topics such as violence, and of course I approach them with a great passion. That is something, again, that helps me cope with the everyday issues. I would be naive to say that the viewer hasn't come to contact in some form of violence, whether it be social or political, etc. And those are issues that I feel that throughout art we can try to open that dialogue, express and work out through. One of my powerful pieces, La Llorona, which is a very raw and passionate piece, comes from a folktale of a woman who is said to have drowned her children. She roams the streets in sorrow, crying for them, and really I think we carry a little bit of her in all of us, I don't think anybody can honestly say they haven't felt the point where they just want to cry their heart out because of any, of a problem or hardship they've encountered. And the way that I found it easier to cope was to portray her. So that way I could leave an outlet for all of those feelings and not have to carry them within me. I think it's easier, or it should say it's a healthier way to deal with subjects like that, instead of taking matters into your own hands and doing something without much thought or of consequence and being violent towards others. I think if we all took a creative approach to releasing these energies and working out these problems, then society would be a lot better. If you'd like to contact me, you can do so at www.LIZBETHORTIZ.com. Thank you.